Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and fellow Fortnite lovers. Welcome back to another Fortnite preliminary reactionary video content series drop. It is I, the biggest Fortnite lover there is, Chris Allen. This really sounded like my Tog fucking intros, Jesus Christ. Anyway, everyone, we are back once again to react to the newest shit Fortnite is dropping. Now, usually I would wait until the season starts, and I would expect things to come out when the season starts. Now, the season is going to start relatively soon, and I think it's actually in 2 days. But we're going to get a trailer tomorrow as well, so we're going to look at that. And before that trailer even drops, we have a new trailer which shows off one of the more recent collabs. And by recent, I mean the most recent collab. I have a lot of things to say, not only about this collab, but also about Fortnite as a whole, because, you know, in general, I use these videos to kind of say what I feel about Fortnite. And there's obviously some things we can glean from the thumbnails as well. So what happens when I actually pull this up here, when I pull up the live stream? Oh, what the? Wait, this is already out? Wait a minute. Season 4 Shock and Awesome Trip? Wait. Oh? Or is that this one? Oh, I guess it's the same thing. Okay, that's weird. When you click on the live stream, it just brings you to this one. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna look at this one anyway. All right, so one thing we will say though is, man, we're getting further in bed with Halo. Very interesting. There's very little else I can glean. I don't know if that's like, okay, well, I kind of know what that is in the background. It has to do with the left thing here. But I guess just talking about the current season, which is now ending, this season, unironically to me, has been one of the better seasons of Fortnite in a while. I wasn't really sure going into it what I would think. And I wasn't really expecting much because a lot of the time, and I say this often, unless it's a chapter reset or maybe like the midway point, maybe, when the chapters change is when I really see a lot of change and where they really set the tone for Fortnite. And I absolutely love the map in this chapter. I believe we're in chapter 6. Sometimes I forget because I'm unemployed. But I believe we're in chapter 6. The chapter 6 map I absolutely adore. It's probably one of my more favorite maps almost out of anything aside from maybe OG, maybe. But in terms of gameplay, I think this is one of the best seasons ever. I really came into it not thinking much, like I said. The whole superhero theme with all these like discount DC and Marvel ripoffs, it was whatever to me. But the whole system of gaining rank, gaining hero rank, having the hero caches, and the boon system and everything, I think it is probably the most enjoyable I've felt in Fortnite in a while because it promotes playing well, it promotes surviving, and then it has a power fantasy, which I really, really like. Now, I don't know if this is going to be like bars, gold, aka, because gold was a permanent addition to the game. Once it got introduced, it was so well that it stayed. I don't know if this is going to stay, and if it does, I'm sure it's going to get iterated on, you know, season per season. But this season of Fortnite has been one that I've really, really enjoyed. Now, in general, Fortnite has really upped the ante when it comes to grinding because now it's getting really, really. They're cutting it close, essentially. They're cutting it close to how much you can get to 200 and have some time left to enjoy yourself, and it's getting shorter and shorter. And this is where Fortnite in general, aside from the gameplay, which this season has been phenomenal, is really walking a fine line. I've said this for a while, Fortnite isn't perfect. As much as I wish it was, it isn't. And over time, Fortnite has done a lot of great things like specific item slots and just all the improvements to gameplay, Fortnite Racing, Fortnite Festival, all these alternative modes to Fortnite. Fortnite has done a lot, and I think it's influenced the gaming industry in a decent way too. It has still, in my opinion, the best, and I think unequivocally actually, the best battle pass in the industry. However, I think Fortnite is getting a little too big for its britches. I think there's bloat in the game. I think there's a lot of bugs that just go unanswered for way too long. And this might be a personal pet peeve, but I have to talk about it because I don't know where to report it. And hopefully by talking about it, other people will agree and will also say something so Epic can fix it. The way they sort music and the way the menu works in music, and it's a very, very small thing, but the lobby music, the jam tracks, all that shit, they need to fix that shit ASAP. That shit is broken. The filtering does not work. And I I play my shit on random. And the fact that I don't know what song is playing and I have no way to figure it out other than going through every single song is blasphemy. It literally just doesn't work properly. Anyway, that's one example though, but there's a lot of other like bugs and glitches over time where it's because Fortnite is just so titanic of a behemoth now that either A, they're starting to coast on it or trying to maybe go in different directions or focus on different things. Because Fortnite, as much again as I want it to be perfect and I want it to last forever, it won't. So this is where hopefully they're not jumping ship. I still think Fortnite is very profitable, even for the recent event that happened, which I reacted to. There was like over 1 million people in that shit, which was good. And then Fortnite recently, I think, struck a very surprising gold vein with Blitz. Fortnite Blitz has been amazing. I actually think I like it as much, if not more, than Battle Royale. Because it's quick, it's easy, and it really helps our short form content brains. Anyway, though, enough about the past, enough about the current season. Let's look to the future. And I can't talk about the future without talking about the lore. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the lore, I'll be straight honest. The lore has gone this way, that way, any which way. I appreciate that they're still trying to do lore. I don't personally really care anymore either. It's fun to see sometimes, but this game is really just, lore wise to me, just big events and then what collabs are coming out. Still waiting for that One Piece collab though. Either way though, let's see what's going on. Obviously, we know the Power Rangers are coming in. Let's see what else is happening. And apparently, this is a live action trailer. I'll say this, it does not look live action, but let's take a look here.
When the bugs came,
oh no, the Victory
everything we knew
Royale!
was taken from us.
What is this? This isn't even live action. They're lying.
Faded faster than we could fight back.
What the fuck? They took the Wiener! Jonesy! Where's
We
Peely?
thought it was the end of time.
Oh, that's a cool skin. He's like, oh my god, there's Peely. No! No, Peely!
It's morphin time.
Oh my, it is live action! What the fuck? I thought they just took an old clip of Power Rangers, but no, this is real, this is new. Holy shit! Oh my fucking god, I hope this isn't copyrighted. Yo, Peely's getting it on the action too! Oh my fucking god. Oh god, the missile launcher. Oh shit, okay. I hope that skin's in the battle pass, I actually really like that. Bruh, he's just doing fucking like flips and cartwheels and shit. Oh no, the mama bug. It's Rek'Sai! What the? If we can pilot the Megazord and it's not an event, that's crazy. Holy shit. Shock and awesome. That sounds so cringe. Okay. So, a couple of things that bursted into my mind. I hope I'll be able to get them all out here. But man, I will say this too, and I forgot to mention this before. One thing Fortnite has been doing is they've been pushing what you can do actually in game. These would be things I would only expect we get at like season end during an event. But recently with Hatsune Miku, Godzilla, Superman, I think is the most recent one. We can do like all these little nice events in game that make us feel powerful, that make us feel strong. If we can go into the Megazord, that's fucking crazy. But overall, this is a great collab. I don't know if this is setting the tone for the whole season, and for those of you who know me, you'll know I really, unless I really like the collab, I don't like seasons that are fully run by collabs. And one big example of this in the past is Marvel. We've had entire Marvel themed seasons where most of the shit in the Battle Pass is Marvel. And again, I have nothing really against collabs, as long as they're done well and respectfully. I'm looking at the Goku one, that one's done terribly. But this is where I actually prefer the Fortnite originals because I feel like they are forced to be creative and they actually really produce some really nice things. I don't mind some collab stuff and some licensed stuff being in there, but not almost everything, which is what we've gotten. The only exception I think being Gwen Stacy, because I love that skin. But aside from that, let's talk about Power Rangers. Power Rangers coming in, I think it's a long time coming. It might as, about damn time, right? And this is where I always say, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it comes to Fortnite. And it's Power Rangers time. Again, we're still waiting on One Piece. But Power Rangers actually has a relatively, I don't think it's too funny, but an interesting history with me. I fucking hated Power Rangers as a kid. I thought it was dumb. I thought it was stupid. And the main thing is, I just didn't like nonsense. And it's not stupid nonsense to try and be funny. It's stupid nonsense that's, I guess, trying to take itself seriously. I don't know. And before people crucify me, please listen to the whole thing. But I really hated Power Rangers because I just thought, wow, everything they do is an explosion and people are just jumping and acting stupid. Kind of similar to the WWE. But once I really had nothing else to watch and I watched it more, I really got into Power Rangers, man. I forgot which one I watched. It was one where they like lived in the forest with a fucking tree and shit. But once I started actually watching, I was like, damn, I actually really like the story to this. This shit is cool as fuck. Now, I never really stuck with it though, but it does hold a special place in my childhood because for a good stretch of many months, I only watched Power Rangers, and I was like, oh my god. It really astounded me like what these fucking shows would come up with the lore. It was so funny seeing the villains too. They're so ugly. But either way, it coming into Fortnite is great. It looks like I don't know how long the season's gonna be, but assuming it's a normal size season, it looks like it's really gonna be themed around Power Rangers. Obviously, we have to see in the trailer because we have Halo coming in too, which is exciting. And if it's Reach, that's even better because the Spartans do look a little skinny, so we'll see. But overall, I thought this was pretty cool. Again, I'm really more looking forward to the Fortnite originals. And this is where the question is, how long can Fortnite really do this, right? Because I like the originals. I don't really care for the lore. I know the lore is still going, but I feel like now they're doing it as at a snail's pace. Like the lore is crawling, as far as, what I know. And I'm sure they have years of lore planned for Fortnite, so we don't have to worry about them running out, but I just worry about it being good. And this is where, aside from collabs, it's like, what do I really have to look forward to other than like cool themes? I don't really know, and I don't really care, and that's not a problem. Fortnite doesn't need to be that crazy. But this is pretty cool that we get a Power Rangers collab. I can't wait to fight the bugs. I hate bugs. For those of you who know me, I really hate bugga. But I think this is nice. I can't wait for the new season. I really hope they don't butcher or they don't shift too much from the current season's gameplay style, because I loved it. We already know there's power creep in the game with loot and with movement, but I feel like instead of like shying away from it, they embraced it, especially with the with the ranking system now from like, C to S rank. Oh my god, it's just so good. Hopefully the season improves on it. Hopefully they don't fuck it up, but we'll see. Either way, I enjoyed this shit. I'm pretty happy with Power Rangers. Will I get them? No. Will they be in the pass? God, I hope not. I feel like that's a lazy pass at that point. But again, we have to take a look. Hope everyone enjoyed. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you assume. Tell me if you like Power Rangers. And if you want to see more of me, watch me at Twitch TV/Tecnics channel. Eee! Go, 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 Power Rangers!